Here's 10 more French cleat ideas that you need to think about building for your workshop. I had all this space behind the drills and behind the impact drivers that was really wasted space, and I built a French cleat to hold my Dremel tools. It's a box shape that holds the cordless Dremels down below here, and then all the bits come out as trays on the top. Let me bring the whole thing down and I'll show you how that works. The whole back of it cleats on there, and it's a big box underneath, and just a shelf on top with a stopper to hold all of these in place. So the first tray is sanding wheels and cutoff discs and the cutoff disc holders. Second one is buffing wheels and wire brush wheels and nylon brush wheels. And these things are kind of this shape. Then grinding wheels of all the different shapes, and all of the little burnishing tools. And I need to get some more out because I bought a whole bunch of this style, but most of them are on here. This one has a pet nail trimming tool, so when my dog's dew claw gets too long, it can just be ground down. I gotta keep that one in there, so I use it a lot for that. And then the other one's the one I get out for every other application for the most part. And all the extra chucks and cullets and flares and all that are in there. And that just fits onto the side. And of course, a couple of the little wrenches just off, sitting in a place where I can grab them quickly. And then just slide up in there in that spot for whatever application you're doing at that moment. Only bad thing is the drills are in the way, so you usually have to move a drill and grab your stuff and go, but that's way better than digging through a bin for them. I wanted a spot to be able to grab my glue gun faster, so I built this little rack to hold and house the glue gun. And I made it so when it comes off the wall, you can just set it wherever you're going. And if the glue gun drips, it drips onto this little metal clip. I don't even know where that came from, but that was just something in my garage that happened to fit that spot perfectly. You know, when you're saving stuff forever, sometimes you come across something that's just perfect for what you're doing. I'm like, I bet that'd fit right there. And then I put the top out so you can put extra glue sticks in there. I mean, I don't need a ton of them, but that's enough to grab in a hurry if you need some. And just haul it out in the back to hold it together. And that one I'm really happy with. It's pretty fun. I'm mostly happy because I finally got to use this piece of metal I've been sitting on forever. I have no idea what that was, but it works great. This is a French cleat zip tie holder that goes from 4-inch zip ties all the way up to 24-inch zip ties. I was going to go bigger than that, but I was like, when am I going to use a zip tie bigger than 24 inches? And this is just 2-inch pipe cut to length, so it's just a little bit taller than each size of zip tie is. And then I epoxied the crap out of it, so those would just be stuck in the bottom there. So this is epoxy down in the bottom. And I haven't decided yet, because you could potentially mount it this way, just have it hanging on the wall like that. But because of the way it is, you could also hang it this way, which would be kind of cool too, or sideways, however you wanted to. But for the meantime, I like it just like that. And I'm just keeping it, although it could be a French cleat very easily. I just slide it under here and it's like a drawer. I can just reach in there and grab them if I need them. This is a little holder for my dog's brush and the odor stuff you can spray on them when they're stinky. If I could build it again, I would have brought this all the way to the bottom so it would sit flat. I might still, maybe I'll still cut that off so it could fit there. But it holds this kind of a brush. It's kind of cool. You push the trigger and that lets you pull the hair out of it when you get a hairball off your dog. And that just sits in there kind of nice when it's hanging upright. And then the odor stuff's on there so you can spray him and brush him when he's getting too stinky. And that just sits up on the wall like so. And makes that easy to get to brush him more. And I wanted a spot where my multimeter was out where I could grab it fast. So I built this little spot for the meter, and then my volt pen's back in the back here. It just sits on top. And that one's not super permanent there for that, but this is just at an angle, holding it in place. And if I had to redesign it, I might do something where the leads were just on the surface. You could just grab the leads. Maybe I'll still do that at some point, where this could just be sitting there and some, yeah, I gotta think about how to mount those leads on there. If you have any ideas for that, let me know. I haven't thought of a really good way to have those sit there. If you have any ideas on that, please leave those in the comment for me, and I'll see if that's something I want to do. But now that can just be turned on. You can just go right here and check something without having to dig out your meter again. And that multimeter holder is very similar to the little station I made right here that holds a calculator. Just didn't put sides on it because it wanted to open so I could fit my hand in there a little easier. This has got this little case here, calculator's inside of it, just to keep the dust and everything off of it. But if I'm in the middle of a project and I need that out, I can just sit on there and you can get in there and do your thing. And then that kind of translates over to the other things I built in front of my pencil holder. I built a French cleat on a French cleat, so my French cleat pencil box has a French cleat on the front of it to hold the pencil holder. And this was just a piece of wood I ran through my router table a couple times to make some grooves, which allows me to keep pencils on there as I'm using them. Then I made this other one that holds the sharpeners in a semi-okay way, and erasers and stuff. And this is a whole bunch of things I pulled out of a bike tire. Those are all goat heads. That was a bad day. Anyhow, so that's a little spot just to keep stuff off the workbench when you're drawing up plans. So it goes along with having the calculator there, pencils and stuff, and then built this little thing to hold the smaller notebooks or smaller clipboards with 3x5 cards. So this little shelf here just has that all together. You know, sometimes you just need to take some notes or do some quick math, and that's not really on your main plans, but those are a couple other French cleats. So the calculator holder, the front shelf and pencil holder, and then a little paper and clipboard holder are for that whole section right there. And that works pretty nice. I like it. It's pretty. It's my favorite spot right here. This little spot right here, planning. My original tape holder was dowels sticking out of the wall coming this way. And I thought, well, that's kind of fun, but then I saw this other design. Let me show that to you. So this design has the dowels running all the way through it and just cut out here in a semicircle. And that's the right size with those that close together to put Teflon tape, but it also holds the really big rolls too, all the way up from Alumitape to bigger rolls of duct tape. They all fit in there. And this one's fairly wide. I mean, I have a big hand, but that kind of gives you an idea of how big that space is. And you can cut that out depending on the size that you're looking to hold. You know, this is packaging tape, so most of the tape rolls will fit in there. And that's way easier to manage than the ones here, mostly because they're behind the drills and you have to move the drill every time. But yeah, it just worked out really well to have both of them. So now I have that space on both sides. And I hate to admit it, that I am that age where I use a magnifying glass more and more, and a jeweler's loupe. I can no longer see. So I have this big magnifying light that I can go to get splinters out with and stuff. So that's handy in some ways, but it's stuck to the bench, so you can't really take that with you. But sometimes you just need to come over and look at something closer, and this has lights on it too. And you can get in close, and it does some different colors to help you see what you're looking at. So that's pretty handy. And then I have the jeweler's loupe right here, and it has a light on it too. Yeah, that gives me access to both of those really quickly for all the times I can't see anymore. So that's the joy of being 50. I remember giving my dad a magnifying glass, and he was all excited when he was my age. And here I am doing the same thing. Here we go. But at least I can see if I have that out. And basically I just cut this out with a big old hole saw to the right size for this to fit into. And that's really all there is to that. There's a cutout there with that shape. I would probably, if I did this again, either use a deeper piece of plywood or add a second piece or an extra 1/4 inch just so that's a little deeper. This piece doesn't quite want to stay on there real nice. Maybe I'll gouge it out a little bit more just so it has something grabbing it in there, or put something over the front of it, but it doesn't really matter unless I'm hammering on the bench really hard. It stays on there pretty good. So really it's just a matter of figuring out what tools you're spending too much time looking for and what tools you want handier and what you're grabbing for more often, and making some little holder for them and putting them on the wall. But hopefully those ideas help spur some things that you can build in your garage. And if you have any comments on how to make mine better, some of these I would remake if they're like the tape holders. That was a work in progress. So that's what this is. Keep finding better ways to do it and build something new. So enjoy your garages, guys.